Hey breeders, it's Olivia here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to add a litter in Cat Breeder Pro. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is navigate to litters in our left-hand menu, and you'll see here that there is a add litter button, very similar to our add cat button. So if I click on that, you'll see this edit panel come up on the side. And here we can add some basic details about our litter to start with, but not for the individual kittens yet. So let's say I had a litter about a couple weekends ago. For litter number, you can input a number, but this is a text field, so you can also put in a name. For this, I'm going to add a number and then a name. There we go. And then you can obviously input the birthing type, go home weeks, and then your go home date will be based on your go home weeks and your birthing start date, but you can also manually change it if you want. Then breeding, obviously you need to add your queen. I'm going to add this one. And then you can add a sire, obviously. Then kittens. So this is really cool. Instead of adding individual kittens and inputting all their details, you just indicate how many males and females you have, or any kittens that you are unsure of. So I'm going to just input 2, 2, and 1, and then you say save. Cool, so our litter is there, and this is really helpful for when you just want to input the litter details, and then you can go and edit the individual details for each kitten later. So let's go to kittens, and here we can see the kittens that we've added. So in order to edit them, we can just click on them over here, and you'll see this panel pop up on the side. So now we can change all their birth details, which are obviously related to the actual whelping. And then if you scroll down, you'll see all the normal details that you usually see when adding a cat. So general, description, registrations, etc., etc. So I'm just going to add some very basic details for this kitten. I'll put a time and a collar, and gender unsure, not this one. I'm going to say this one's male. I'm going to give him a name. I think that's all I'm going to add now. And then you say save. Okay, great. So you can see that it's updated the details for this individual kitten there. I'm going to go ahead and do that with all of them. Okay, now I've added some basic details for my individual kittens. So let's go see if they're actually in our database. So here is a kitten called Daphne. If I go to cats and I look that up, there she is. So it is a cat in our database, not just a part of a litter. However, you can see her birth details here and the pedigree, etc. Great. So let's go back to our litters. I also want to show you that you can navigate to the puppies directly from the litter. You don't have to go look for them in the database. And you just do that by hovering on one and clicking on this button over here, and it will open the cat page. I'm going to say back. What I want to explain next is how media works. This is really, really cool. Here, if you go to media, you can see there's a litter gallery, and then there are kitten albums. And how this works is that sometimes you want to add images for the litter as a whole, but you also want to add images for the individual kittens, and this helps you to do that and to separate them easily. So if I go to litter gallery, I click add, I'm going to select some images and open them, and they're here now. Let's add some more images. Maybe these. Okay, great. So now we have these images in our litter gallery. But let's say that this kitten is Daphne, and I want this image to also appear in her individual kitten album. I can click on select the images, and then on these three dots, and then I can copy or move. So if I click copy, I can select all the kittens that I wanted to apply to, but I just wanted to Daphne in this case, and say copy. And you'll see that now this image is also in Daphne's independent kitten album. You also might add images to the wrong album. So let's say this kitten is Fred. I can select that image and move, select Fred, move. There we go. Now it has been removed from this album and it's been put here. What's also cool about this is obviously the overall general gallery for the litter. But if I go to Daphne over here and I go to her media, that image is here. So even though it's been uploaded from the litter, it is part of this cat's media library. So that is really, really neat. Obviously, if you want to add a cover image or like a profile image for your litter, you can do that by just hovering and clicking here and then choose from gallery or from your computer. And then you can obviously add an image. And then you can edit it in your editor, of course. Save, and there you go. So that works the exact same as when adding a cat. Okay, that is about it. That is how you add a litter in Cat Breeder Pro. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck and bye.